President Trump adds a Catholic judge to his shortlist for the Supreme Court, Amy Barrett. But if she's ever nominated, she will have to go through the Senate, which has grilled her about her Catholic faith before. One senator told Barrett she was concerned because the dogma lives loudly in her. Capitol Hill correspondent Jason Calvi tells us about the president's new list. Good evening, Jason.
Good evening, Wyatt. President Trump adds 5 names to his list to fill future Supreme Court openings. The White House counsel says these candidates are committed to the conservative judicial philosophy promoted by the late Justice Antonin Scalia.
Former Scalia clerk Amy Barrett now sits on the 7th Circuit Court of Appeals, a lifetime appointment. But not before Senate Democrats questioned her Catholic faith.
The dogma lives loudly within you.
Barrett is just one of the people the president's considering for the Supreme Court. On the campaign trail, Donald Trump promised to appoint justices who are
pro-life.
A promise he comes back to as president.
I appointed and confirmed a Supreme Court justice in the mold of the late, great Justice Antonin Scalia.
2 other new names on President Trump's shortlist, state Supreme Court Justices Britt Grant and Patrick Wyrick. As state solicitors general, both fought Obamacare.
The role of the state solicitor general and states in general as pushing back on federal overreach and trying to defend the Constitution's separation of powers has been very important.
Judicial Crisis Network's Carrie Severino says even if the president's picks don't make it to the Supreme Court, lower court appointments are very important.
More than 99% of cases ultimately are decided at the courts of appeals and the district courts. It's an incredible impact on the country. So while the Supreme Court is very important, we can't just be happy with having great judges and there.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell echoed that, speaking to conservative Christians.
The president knows this is a way to have an impact on our country far beyond his tenure in office.
The Senate confirmed 14 of President Trump's judicial nominees. The country still has 144 open spots. Wyatt, that gives President Trump the chance to set the direction for 16% of the total judgeships in the country.
Okay, Jason, so we know about Amy Barrett. Who are the other adds to the president's Supreme Court shortlist?
Well, Judge Kevin Newsom of the 11th Court of Appeals and D.C. Appeals Court Judge Brett Kavanaugh. Now, Kavanaugh is a judge that I saw covering the recent case about the immigrant teen who fought to get an abortion. Kavanaugh sided with the Trump administration in that case. He was also a law clerk for Justice Anthony Kennedy, who's the court's swing vote. Why all eyes will be on the 81-year-old to see if he steps down at the end of this term.
And we'll be watching. Capitol Hill correspondent Jason Calvi reporting from the Supreme Court. Thanks, Jason.